focus on a couple of things you did. And you've talked about, you've been part of so many great moments of Australian cricket and world cricket, World Cup finals. You're at the other end when Steve Waugh got his famous 100, your 100 at the Wacker and 57 balls. What is the loudest you've ever heard a crowd?
That Steve Waugh one would have to be very close. That's where I ran down, tried to throw the big high five, and he just left me hanging. That's right up there. It's a funny one. I mean, a lot of people ask that, what's it like? Do you hear the crowd and how loud is it? I remember facing the first ball of a one-day international at Eden Gardens in Calcutta in India. 100,000 or 95 to 100, who knows, but that's big. I remember thinking this is going to be the loudest thing ever as Zahir Khan ran into bowl and I was facing. I got a single, get off the mark, got up the other end, and I thought to myself, oh, what was that like? Sort of asked myself that, and I couldn't remember anything of the noise. Then the next ball when he ran in bowled to Matty Hayden, it was the loudest, one of the loudest roars ever. And I realised that when you're in that moment of contest and competition, your mind switches into competition mode, and it's literally, and you guys that have played at that top level, it just blocks out everything else, and you just focus on the job at hand. But then when you might still be out there in the competition, but you haven't got the ball being thrown, you're not running it up, or you're not facing the delivery, your consciousness is aware of everything around you. So I guess that's the challenge. The top sportsmen and women know how to sort of switch over or flick that switch on and off a little bit better than the others and aren't overawed by that. But, that Steve Waugh moment, that was pretty unique. That was, and the best part of that is always bringing it up around Mark Waugh, his brother, who actually left 10 minutes before the end to go to the races.
Unbelievable.
One more sort of looking back. What do you reckon is the sweetest you've ever timed a ball? Or if I ask that question, can you think of one time it just came off the bat even better than all the other great shots?
Yeah, I reckon in one innings, it happening a number of times was the fastest or second fastest century at the Wacker against England, where I managed to get Monty Panesar a few times over long off, but I was cheating there. I had a strong Fremantle doctor blowing behind me, so you just had to get it up in the breeze. But there was a World Cup semi-final over in South Africa, which I suppose I became more famous for because I walked. But I got off the mark in that innings with a 6, and I was sent a photograph of the shot that I got off the mark by a photographer, and the ball was positioned. You could not have hand-placed it better right in the middle of the bat. And it's like a golf, when you get that golf driver right, if you get it right out of the screws, as we say. And when you're batting in cricket, you decide to go for an aerial shot. And there's a split second where you and only you know that you've absolutely nailed it. No one else in the world knows, and it doesn't last long because pretty quickly people see that. It's a nice little feeling, and that was a day in that World Cup semi-final. Got off the mark with a 6. It was right out of the screws. I thought, this is my day. 2 overs later, I'm walking off. My whole team had the dirts with me for walking.